Yes. Okay. I think the microphone settings were a bit different. Yeah, outside, so I'll try to be a bit more quiet. Then I guess I'll turn up the mic so that it's clearer. Okay, so this week is against homemade pizza. And see how things go. Yeah, it's a bit loud, but I'll just play like manual repertoire. It's not fully completed yet, but what else can I do, right? I think previously when I played against my Visa, I always play e4 because playing against the Indian and stuff, like he likes to play this kind of, she likes to play this kind of Indian setup, e6, e6, g6, knife 6, g6, yeah, knife 6 kind of stuff. But I could just take the center and play a strong game, but I might as well use my board because I lack practice and there's a tournament coming out soon, so these moves are probably not what I'll play in the but I need as much practice as I can in these types of positions. So even when, after all, these casual tournaments are educational, but it's not like I'm trying to crush everyone, and I don't think I can anyway in the first place. So yeah, more emphasis will be trying to get positions where I can learn from, where I'm trying to study, rather than trying to play what I think is the most optimal line. Yeah. Okay, anyhow, I hope she isn't AFK or something. Maybe it's just because she hasn't seen this move before. It's not really that common. Okay, you see some sort of English composition. That's fine and all. Now again, normally I would play something like e3, e3d4 transpose into a symmetrical English, but since I am committed to trying to play a Reti, I'll play maybe b3 instead. Prepare Fianchetto and prevent black from Fianchettoing. At least it will waste more time, right? Because you need to develop sort of pin, nice pin to the rook, like this, right? And then you need to develop the knight first. Let's see if I can punish this. Can I punish this? I think if I play this, right, and then Fianchettos, I can play knight e4. If it takes, I can take the bishop, attack the retreat all the way back. Then I prevent black from castling. That could be an idea, right? But if I play this right, and I attack the knight, doesn't have to move. Oh wait, it does have to take. It does have to take because the threat is to check here. The bishop is over here, right? Just checking the king and getting the knight into such a strong outpost while facilitating e4, e5 at the same time is pretty tempting, I must say. If I develop immediately, I also get a chance to maybe pull out these kinds of issues, right? But if I play this, I guess you can just play b5. Then I'll trade off pieces, and then there'll be nothing left. Because I won't have this anymore. No, but then I'll take this pawn. So instead, d6 must be played, right? Play knight c3, knight c3, bishop g7, knight e4, probably d6, d6. Is there anything I can do with that? And there's always this annoying move as well, right? But then I can play g4, g5. That should be fine. I'm not happy. It progresses my game plan, but I don't think it poses black too many problems. But regardless, I think knight c3 is still a good move. Knight c3 is still a good move regardless. It's just that I think these moves are a bit too dubious for now, I guess. Like, it's a bit over aggressive, like trying to, I'd rather develop my other pieces, you know, play something like g3, g2, or maybe actually play normal for once instead of being hyper modern, right? No kind of center break. But then again, you can always hope, right? Always hope. Oh, and how many pizza is higher rated than me now? Oh wait, that's just because I haven't played classical rated before. How do I beat an Indian setup without grabbing space? It's kind of weird because I'm conceding space, so that kind of gives black an easier time to play, which is why this opening is not that popular. But still, one can hope. So the thing about this sort of dragon structure, the dark squares will be extremely weak. That's one of the reasons why I hesitate with playing, e4. Because if like something like this, what can I do, right? Just knight h5 and I trade on dark square bishops. I don't see myself exploiting the squares anytime soon. So here comes the decision time, right? Do I go for knight to b5, looking at these squares, right? And get ready to push, taking advantage of the fact that black cannot play a6. Because if black plays a6, I can get my knight into this d6 square and force the king to move. Basically remove casting rights, and then I can retreat here, there's some sort of thing going on. So if here a6 check, I don't know, let's say king here, maybe trying to manually castle, right? What can I do? Interesting move over there is actually d4. d4 is an interesting move there, sacrificing a knight. But double check. You check, check here, and then there's a king hunt. If here, check here, so he has to come here, and check here, check, will be made. Yeah, so if here is 6, knight b6, king king e7. Let's say d4. If king takes, pawn takes with check. King takes, that's queen check, check. Check here and mate. Right. Because if here, then there's this, and this, I guess. Because this pawn is, no, this pawn can still push. Never mind. Never mind. What am I looking at? I'm trying to be like Eric Rosen right now. But on the other hand, if I go to this route instead, let's say takes and here, that would be the ideal scenario because I win the dark square bishop and I get control of these weak dark squares. But the problem with that is, if I go here and just avoids the trade or forces the dark square bishop trade instead, actually that's still good, right? That's still good because I can still take. I can still take. If takes back, I can check here, and then I get a similar outcome, right? That's good. The only issue is if I play knight to e4, and if he plays, actually plays d6. What do I do if d6 happens? Do I just trade everything here on f6? I don't think that's too bad as well, right? But it's sort of giving up my initiative, giving up my first move initiative. Because I'll be forced to trade everything then. Right, because if d6 takes, then bishop takes, then I have to take. Because my bishop is hanging. Defending, he can just castle afterwards, so don't really like that. But yeah, I mean, if there's only 1 out of 3 good moves, and then wait, what if just castles though? Just castles. If just castles, I can still trade everything. Then I can play h4, h5. Yeah, then my pieces are all geared towards the king side and I can just go. Okay, that seems good enough for me. Good enough for me. I don't think it's objectively best move, but it gives me it's a tricky line. I probably wouldn't play this against Jing Yao. Or maybe I would, because it would be my only chance of not losing. But yeah. So attacking the pawn, while also putting a lot of pressure here on the diagonal. d6 is the only good move that I can see. Because if you just castle, I can just take the pawn. And retreat back to like d6. Which is kind of a weird square, but not really. Because my bishop is not going to develop on this diagonal anyway, right? Thanks to this pawn chain. So I'm going to develop this diagonal, so therefore the knight coming to e3 isn't really that big of an issue. See what other responses could there be. You know, the thing about Queen's Gambit positions, right? I always lose to like these tactics for some reason, either with the bishop or the queen. So playing the Rati where I keep my d pawn on, it's actually quite reassuring. Sorry for all the background noise. That's just how it is like in school during the semester, right? It's very loud, very noisy. I try to find a quiet room quiz, but people just don't have the decency to close the doors properly. So yeah, I mean, I can't speak much because I'm streaming in the public area, so it's not like I have a moral high ground or anything like that. I just hope that this is all still audible and it's not like totally gibberish. If it were all gibberish, it would defeat the point, right? Okay, we see a lot of thinking. That is very warranted because this move does have a lot of thought behind it. We'll see which option Homemade Pizza decides to take. Actually very sleepy. I didn't get much sleep. But anyway, after this game, I'll either grab dinner or I'll go to an arts fair. So my school currently, there's an arts carnival actually at night. So I was thinking of heading over there since I used to be a orchestra member, right? Go and support my friends. I do stay very far away from campus though. It's gonna be midnight by the time I reach home. So that kind of sucks, but it's alright once in a while, especially when it's just week 2. But even though it's week 2, I'm already sort of under pressure academically. So just engineering things, I guess. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to calculate. Okay, let's say the critical line, right? Critical line d6. Let's say I trade everything on f6, right? I don't think I see anything better. Going over here or retreating doesn't really feel too good. Going back is pointless. If I trade everything, at least I'll have the dark square weaknesses. Then how can I take advantage of these dark square weaknesses? Oh, we do see d6. Okay, that's very nice. So yeah, I think I should trade everything here. The queen will end up here, right? So how can I take advantage of this? I can take advantage of this by immediately pushing d4, right? Because the queen is the only square defending that, and getting this trade in is sort of like a Sicilian position. I'll be able to try and get some stuff in, but I think after the trade here, trading here, I can push h4, h5 as well, or I can push d4. Both of them exploit the fact that there is no longer pieces guarding this very solid structure and is now a hollow hole, right? But pushing h4 before castles might be a bit dubious, and therefore d4 might be a better choice. The problem with d4 is that if then black decides to castle, h4 won't be as strong. Because after takes, this is actually very, very solid. No, wait a second. This pawn will be hanging then. This is actually not that bad. Wait, somebody's calling me? No, it's not. It's not a call, it's just an alarm for the carnival. So, okay. The thing is, I trade everything on f6, the queen ends up here. Let's say I push d4 first. d4, let's say castles. This pawn is hanging. I want him to take, so I'll play h4. I'll try to play e3 first, then e4. It's a bit hard to tell. Or I can even play g3, right? Grab hold of this as soon as possible. Decisions. Or I can just, get my king castle. I think my king castle with the queen here doesn't feel great as well. Let's just trade everything here first. Trade everything on f6. Trade everything on f6, then you play d4. d4, if takes, I think I'm fine with that. d4, is anything wrong with d4? I want to play d4. I think d4 is fine. One thing that I have to note is I can't play d4, d5 because if takes, then rook is hanging. Alternatively, I can also play e4. Open up center, but I think open up center won't help me. Just d4, it's good enough. Or maybe I can start with g3 first. I start with g3 with castles and h4. Because I think this is a bit risky. I'll just keep this structure and make black wonder how to develop their pieces. I think that's a safer bet. If knight c6, I might play e3. It's like a sort of a similar setup, but the difference is that I have a light square bishop. And it's mainly to prevent the knight from hopping in. Because if check here, right, I can't take because my rook will be hanging. So it's a very dangerous move. I need to prevent them. Like if here, then if here, I might need to play this. No, that doesn't help. That's actually an issue. If this, I'll need to play here, maybe. No. That's actually a big issue. How do I deal with that? This threat is very strong because of the queen. I can't castle in time. If here, castles. This is still an issue. Still nagging pressure. Yeah. So let's say knight c6, bishop g2. Knight here, castles. I have to abandon my attacking plan, but I have to prevent knight c2 in time. It was a bigger threat than I anticipated. This is kind of a good thing that I didn't play d4 actually. I played d4 and knight c6. If I take here, oh no, then at least I can still take. Yes, then I don't really need to care about this. Because I can just move the king, takes. No, I can't. I still need to care about it. This doesn't come with check anymore because my queen is obstructed by my king. Yeah, this comes with check, so I have nowhere else to move. But if anything besides knight c6, I think I'm happy. I don't think there's too much that black can do. I need to move my rook c1 sometime soon though. Castles, I just play this. Thereby. If let's say castles h4, castles h4, knight c3, I think I can play rook c1 because if knight b4, I can play a3, and if knight a2, I have rook c3, and then I think the knight is trapped. Yeah, the knight is trapped. So that's fine. So instead, if castles h4, what else does black have? Castles h4. I guess he has to develop black has to develop the bishop. This sort of development is a bit risky because I get the diagonal first. Right. So it brings tactics into the question. There's nothing yet. But assuming castles h4, here, g2, g7, b7, there might be cases where I can do stuff like this. Although it's not possible yet. But it's something that black has to worry about. I have a slight development lead, right? Because my developed piece is a knight, while black's developed piece is a queen. So I think I have the advantage, because although the queen is indeed quite powerful and can't really be kicked away, it's harder to develop minor pieces, as you can see from black's cam over here. Whereas my pieces are more loose. Oh, let's me go for that. I think I can go for g2 and gain it first though. Can't I? I can gain the diagonal first. Then I'll just castle, I guess. Even if black castles later, I can still play h4. That way, even in the event where I trade bishops, it just means that I get an additional square for my piece. Yep. Now another question is, should I play b4 now? No, I should castle first. Castle first because I need my knight. If d4 and takes, I have I trap the rook. At least I win a piece, so there's no winning a pawn yet. So in this line, since I've castled instead of playing h4, I can still play h4 later, right? h4, h5 can still be played later. But in this line where I castle first instead of h4, I think I'm more likely to play d4. e4 is a bit harder because of the bishop, but it's still on the table. This d4 move is going to, break up the pieces a bit, break up the files a bit, maybe give me a bit more play, and also kind of restrict this queen, prevent it from doing as much, because I'll have more space on my own as well. If black takes, then I'll be the one leading in space. Let's say bishop takes, king takes. I'll have a space advantage. And now the knight needs to wonder how to develop as well. So how's my knight get here? Target these two squares, these three squares actually. But then that does mean that I have very few pieces to actually grind a win, right? And there's still half an hour on the clock, so if knight c6 preventing d4, what should I do? Just e3, I guess. e3, d4, that's unstoppable. The point with e3, where is the knight trying to go? Here? Move the queen and move here? That would be fantastic if that were the case. I was anticipating knight c6 to prevent me from playing d4. But since that is not played, can I play d4 then? d4 takes, d4 takes. Any tricks there? I don't think so. I just see a nice juicy square for my knight. I guess maybe the point is to play this, but then I'll just go back. I'll just go back and be very happy with my slight space advantage and the fact that I haven't traded my last bishop. If takes, then only knight c5. I can prevent castling with this move, threatening this pawn here, while preventing queenside castling and kingside castling. Because with kingside castling, I think I can take the pawn. Now I'll be threatening check here with this move as well, because the pawn is pinned to the queen. right? Then after king moves, like move here and stuff like that, I can maneuver my knight around and kick it, stamp it on the outpost or something. Is that a bit too far-fetched? Either way, I think I can just play b4. b4 seems like a good move, either way. Gain space advantage. I know I'm trading a center pawn for a side pawn, but I don't think it's an issue here. She is that my pieces will be unlocked. I know this is like kind of a late middle game where there are a few pieces on the board and it might seem like opening files and centers might not be as important. But here I think my advantage is that I have better development, I have more space. So I will want to expand on that, right? I want to expand and maintain my space advantage. So I'll be trying to squeeze black. Especially if black takes, then that will be giving out even more space. I want to make use of my space, get my pieces optimal squares, try and target all of these weak holes, right? Take advantage of the fact that black no longer has a dark square bishop. So probably some plans. Oh, I should probably copy paste this in the chat, but I closed my tabs already, so I can't see the chat. I should have pasted the link in the chat so it's easier for you all to view the game. Okay, now this is what I want. That's a safe free move. I don't need free move. Okay. So now I have a lot of nice squares on the inside. It means that I won't be as aggressive attacking on the king side, or am I? Because I can easily swing the rook over. Depends on whether or not black decides to castle now or not. But this is indeed very tempting. And there's also the old plan of just going queen d2 and queen h6. That's the most direct way. Or I could just focus on the queen side, because the queen side is where I'm stronger. It's a 3 against 2. So always play where you're stronger, right? At the expense of getting a more satisfying win by attacking on the king side with few pieces. Perhaps trying to exploit weaknesses on the queen side might be more suitable in this position. Take advantage of this empty diagonal that black can't really take advantage of, while taking advantage of the fact that my knight is far better and that this pawn is weak. So one of the issues with playing moves like these, right, is that black may try to go e4, after which if I take and take, the queen actually x-rays the knight over here. Of course I can still take the pawn. Then this knight is undefended. Not undefended, I mean it prevents him from castling, I guess. And he can't really defend it with a rook. Or a queen, for that matter. There are no checks to reposition the queen as well. So actually maybe it isn't as bad as I thought. It isn't as equal as I thought, should I say. There's still half an hour on the clock. With 45-second increment, I hope I get to eat dinner tonight. Maybe I shouldn't pick this time, but I'm busy over the weekend, probably busy next week as well, so might as well get it over with as soon as possible. So what's the difference, right, between knight b5 and knight c6. The difference between knight c6 is that knight c6 actually prevents black from actually defending the knight over here easily. So this x-ray becomes more potent. Knight b5 on the other hand tries to harass the rook and tries to take advantage of this x-ray vision in a different way, right? Instead of targeting the pawn, instead of targeting the squares defending the knight and focusing on the knight over here, knight to b5 actually assumes that black will play something like knight c5 without the pawn. Then if you, let's say, take the pawn, then you can do stuff like take advantage of this pin over here. Or when my queen gets here, right? My queen gets here, there'll be a pin after the knight moves. Knight's here. So I will be able to do some stuff there. But I think I'll play knight c6. I think that's a bit more concrete. I don't see anything too scary if knight goes back. I'm happy to just take the pawn because when I can't take, it will check and I'll win the. Oh, actually I don't win because there's this. Still check. Yeah, I'll eventually win it anyway. So what I mean is like knight c6. Then let's say if knight b8 trying to trade the bad knight for a good knight, or even knight e5, right? I can always just take, and now I'm threatening to win the knight. So if knight takes, I can take a check the king. King moves up to protect the rook. With the other rook, I can always just give a check first. There's nothing to defend the king. King has to move back somewhere on the 8th rank, and I can win the rook. Win both rooks actually. Not both rooks because the queen is defending, but I'll be able to win a rook. Yeah. Let's see how black plans to deal with this. I'm not worried about rook c8 immediately because I can just go onto the pawn and then both pawns are hanging. If rook d8 trying to create some sort of x-ray vision, I can just attack the rook, kick it away and then take the pawn, so that's fine as well. If castles, then black didn't manage to progress. I can always just follow through my plan, and this time with a check over here as well. And that's where the x-ray vision comes in, right? So let's say if black castles knight c6. Let's say, I don't know. Maybe rook here. Not rook here, sorry. Knight is guarding. So what do you play there? I mean, knight c5 is good for me because I take here. Then I'm threatening to check and play this. Check there and then get my knight to this outpost. The queen away. Is there any way I can sack my queen and check here? Not really because then the rook can protect. Maybe there's no hope for that yet. Castles. If castles, which move is better? I think still knight c6 because knight c6 you get access to this e7 square. I can also reroute here. This square doesn't. It's not like it's bad. Here, if a6 I can just play here, chase and we just take. I mean like if castles. So castles here. Some sort of knight move. Trying to pressure this maybe. I don't really see it happening, but castles, knight here. Just win. So here push. I can take. and take back here. Yeah. Actually, this is not bad. This is actually quite a nice move. This is actually quite a nice move. The issue with this is if push, right? What happens if push? If push, and if I'm the one who takes, then I'll be the one with to win the pawn. There are no knight moves to take advantage of this. Let's say rook defense, right? Let's say here push, takes. Rook can't go there. On the other hand, if I play knight b5 and push, then I can take and win the pawn with my knight instead, with the tempo on the queen. It's also very tempting. It's tempting, but I don't think it's actually that much better. It's actually not as good because I can't really retreat here. So that means if I go there, my knight is a bit short of squares, whereas if I go here, I can rotate this way instead. It's better in that sense. So I guess I should play knight c6. So let's see what black's ideas are for playing knight to d7 earlier. So push, I think this pawn is completely lost, there's no way to defend it. I don't see any way to defend it, because the queen can't really go there. Alright, all the squares are defended by the knight, which is one of the reasons why this knight move is so good. Of course, if I move here, I can still take the knight, right? So I'll win the pawn anyway. But I think this is a bit more dominating, more accurate. And because I can't see any good moves for black from this position, compared to if I played using here instead. Even if black plays knight e5, right, to defend the pawn this way, yes, I would be able to capture it if I play knight b5. But why are all the moves that I mentioned being played immediately after I mentioned them? It's a bit annoying. I don't even have time to expand on it. The reason why I wasn't worried about this was because I think playing e4 and clamping down and making this a permanent weakness will actually help me win the pawn even stronger. And in fact, I can... Wait, can I? No, I can't yet. I was thinking of sacking. Never mind. Who's sack happy? Yeah, so I think I'll keep my knight there for the time being. I'll play e4. Clamp down on this square. Now this queen is even suffocated as well. Now I will definitely have a space advantage. This pawn is a weakness. This pawn is a weakness, and my knight is doing a good job of grabbing all the key squares, right? Grabbing all the right things, making sure that black can't really do anything to resolve this anytime soon. And one of the nice things about this bishop trade, although yes, okay, it does make my fianchetto structure a bit weaker, but that means I can transform the structure, right? I can transform the pawn structure, and now this pawn is a bit weak. And my knight is there to capitalize. My queen is still on its original square, but I think it's actually exerting quite a bit of influence on the board compared with black's queen, which is on a more forward square, but comparatively isn't doing much, especially after this e5 move. So it's a very positional position now. And now with every move, black has been limiting squares from the knight. Can't go here, can't go here, can't go here, can't go here. Going back isn't useful. Here, I'm not worried about it at all because I can't really do anything. I can just transform my position and the knight's doing nothing, although it's very forward. This knight is also doing a very swell job of preventing the queen from easily retreating and allowing the knight to develop. Right. So all of these squares are controlled by me. This square, this square, this square, all of these squares are controlled by me. The queen only has like undesired places to go to. For example, if every square that the black king can go to just reduces the amount of squares that the black king can go to. So currently the queen can go to like 4 squares. But every single square that black queen goes to, besides for maybe g5, which I can play in h4, help me push h4, h5, and I can play rook h1. But other than that, if it goes here, then of course this is all controlled by me, this is blocked by the own knight, and it's all controlled by me, right? Or if you retreat inside, then of course it's even more turtle. I can even get knight e7 in, right? So can't really find any good moves for black here. Of course there are other things as well, but I will mention them if they come up. For now, I think it's just a very comfortable position for me to play, and it's positional, which is in my element. Although I'm not that good of a positional player, but I feel comfortable playing positional positions. It's kind of weird. I guess it's just because like the positional losses feels like it's a grind, or the opponent has to put in work, or the opponents are normally much stronger than you. Whereas if it's a tactical blunder or something like that, it just feels bad, right? So maybe that's the reason why I like positional positions better. It might be some kind of psychological thing. Not too sure about that. Knight going back. I don't see the purpose of that though. It just traps the rook in even more and wastes even more time. So what I'm going to do, like, it's true my knight is much better, but you know how the knight can get even better? By sending it to an outpost, right? So I'm not only going to deny the trade, but I'm also going to stun the development even further, progress my game plan even more by playing. What should I play? Knight to b4. Now I prevent black from developing the knight while I get this square. a5 isn't a good idea because I can play knight d4 with tempo. Oh, a5 isn't a good idea because I can play knight d4 with tempo, as I was saying. Queen has to go back to defend the pawn. I guess you can play knight here as well, but then yeah, back and forth, right? Then I can juggle between two outposts. Okay, so we already see queen d8. Now, how can I take advantage of this? One of the main ways, of course, is to go h4, h5. Actually, that seems very tempting. Queen is here, guarding the pawn. The knight is kind of stuck. It takes some time to develop. Why don't I go h4, h5? That seems very strong. Try this h5. Opening up the h file. Okay. Black tries to prevent it from being h5 themselves. Now I can play Queen f3. Yeah, I can play Queen f3. Get ready to double up. Also control the f file. I have a lot of space now. I'm very thirsty. Just realized I want to go to the washroom. I'm applying board pressure. I'm also applying time pressure. Space advantage. Better pieces. Easier game plan. All that's left is to try and convert it convincingly. So now there's an endgame rule called the principle of two weaknesses, and now I have two weaknesses. So just need to make sure black doesn't resolve them. My pieces in. When time is suitable, I can even play this, just run. If I double up, right? If I double up, I can take here, just take. Queen move somewhere. And get some wild stuff in. Some random idea. Again, check, take here. And sack, check, and mate or something. Check here, check. No, here check first. Here then mate. Here then check here. Yeah, then here. Check here still. Push. Push, I can just take here. No, I can't because there's a rook. Wait, what am I daydreaming of crazy lines again? I just keep that in mind if it happens to be that position. If I get to a point where my rooks are doubled up here and black didn't do anything, then I can try and think of that. Okay, preemptive king move. I think the f7 for some reason. Not sure why. Maybe trying to prevent my knight from checking. But my knight wasn't threatening to check anyway in the first place. Next, let's go. Let's go here. The king's on dark square, you put a queen on dark square. Next move is probably rook b1 to double up. I mean, since the king isn't on g8 anymore, I don't need to leave my queen here to guard f6. My knight is enough. Hannah is here again. I saw you pop by just now. Apparently, I'm trying to figure out what black's idea is. All I see is black being suffocated, so it's a bit tough. I can see some attempts, but I don't think I'm upset at any of them, which I guess is the definition of an objectively better position. What is that move? But I guess that's one way to defend the pawn. But now that's another weakness, right? Now I think I can play rook to d1, rook a d1. I guess I want to double up here onto the d4. I'll treat this as a time wasting move, and it's now a potential target for me if I happen to get some moves in. Not that I would give up my knight for a rook though. Such a good knight. I want to go to the washroom, so I guess I'll mute myself and go to the washroom and come back. Okay, jump all the way back. What happened? Okay, 96. So 96 is very understandable, right? Either going here or here. But either way, it's still fine because rook d2 solves both problems. So I don't need to worry about either of them. This outpost is not much in the grand scheme of things. Okay, I'll double up first. Double check if there are any threats. Nope. No, oh, it's fine. All of these squares are controlled. It's just a pony that looks good, but doesn't do as much. It's not as stable as mine. I mean, if I want, I can always just sack the exchange. It comes with check. Right, so if let's say the queen tries to get active, I'm thinking that, oh, the knight is very secure, my pawn is well defended, my rook can redo that, and let's say the queen moves somewhere else, just for example. Because it can't go way too far, right? If it goes here, I can fork. I have no need to sack the exchange even. And if it like goes somewhere careless, I can even sack the exchange, get a check in, win the pawn. So it's like 2 pawns for the 2 pawns and a piece for exchange. It's nice, and I get to keep my monster knight, and I also get this square as well. The check if move elsewhere, right? Then maybe a flop. So this would be a especially design 3 bundle. Right. So here. Takes, check. If the king moves, then this will be a flop. If block, then I just win the pawn. Yeah, so definitely not simple at all. I saw this maneuver many moves ago, but yeah, I didn't want to mention it there because the battery will come in time. Now it's in before like engine says that it's completely wrong or it completely destroys my advantage or whatever. But although our pawns are like the same rank, right? But make no mistake, this structure is much weaker. Even if black plays optimally, still gain ways to undermine this outpost over here. 6:30. Hopefully I finish in time for the carnival. I mean, there's 20 minutes on the clock, so I have twice the amount of time, so you'll be fine. You try to focus. Stop thinking about carnivals and having a relaxing night. Focus on this game. But since I'm streaming it, I can't help trying to talk about other things as well to fill in the dead air, because that's one of the issues with classical chess, right? It's kind of boring because you don't know what's going on and it's a long game. But if at least there's some kind of commentary, like some kind of chess, some kind of streaming, actual streaming going on, then it can be a bit more fun, hopefully. And the reason why I insisted on squeezing it on a Friday night is because I want to get some practice in, get some more chess practice in before Sunday. I have a chess tournament against like Grandmaster grade players. Not that I think it's going to help much, but at least I don't want to be embarrassed. I want to play some good moves, and I want to at least have something that I can at least lose in a way that I can be proud of. And as for Saturday, I have meetings and lab reports to work on. And yeah, It's just not very pleasant. It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, not really, but kind of. The fact that we have to do experiments that we don't really understand or haven't been taught yet and things like that, and are just told to go look for references after the experiment instead of before the experiment. I don't know. It just makes the report writing very tough because you want to try and explain what's going on and you want to try and compare with existing literature and that kind of stuff, but that isn't something that I don't think undergrads can do too quickly. Well, not if you want to properly understand the topic, of course. I mean, if you just want to squeeze out a report, it's not that difficult, but come up with a good report, a bit tougher than that. So instead of, so what happened was, Black tried to play King G7 in order to gather more control over the f6 square and make my queen over useless, so I shift my queen over. Black moved the knight to now remove my queen from that square, but now this diagonal instead is the weakness. So that bishop trade all a while ago, I was completely fine with that for long-term compensation such as this one. I'm not sure how long-term it is because it's just 24 moves, it's not really that long, but it's not really that long, but you know, let's see, what do I have here? Do I have anything here? I can take and go here. I also sack the exchange. Check. And if king goes somewhere, take, probably take with rook, right? Let's say I sack the exchange, check, king moves away. King can't go here because of this, right? Bad things will happen there, I think. Either way, if I sack the exchange, check here. I can push e4, preparing this. Can't take because queen rook is hanging. These are types of positions, right? Where if I'm playing against Jingya, I'll probably just play f3 and be happy with it. Because takes, my knight is still great, everything is still great. I'm not really afraid of the f-file. Black can't really access the f-file that easily. The pieces are not looking at the same squares. So I'm not worried at all. But if I can get an advantage by sacking the exchange, I should try and calculate it now since I have 14 minutes on the clock after all. Screw the carnival. Rook takes d4. Rook takes d4, e takes d4, queen takes d4 with check. King has 3 squares to go to. Any blocks aren't good because of my knight. So rook takes d4, e takes d4, queen takes d4. The king can only go to the light squares. If the king goes to the center, I can take the pawn happily because the rook can't take back. That's good. Take. If takes, then I can reroute. Put pressure here. Put pressure here. I think I'll be willing to sack in that case. So if rook takes queen, pawn, rook takes knight, pawn takes knight, pawn takes rook, queen takes pawn, king goes here. That's a bit more troublesome. E5 was the line that I was looking at before. Taking advantage of the fact that if takes, I can check. No, I can't check. And I can take, and then it's very dirty because of this and this. And if the queen moves away, I can check and win. I think that's actually very good. That's very good. It's not concrete compensation, but it seems very good. But it's not material compensation. In fact, I'm sacking material, but it feels very good. That goes for a lot of the moves that I played in this game. Like, there's no material compensation, but it feels very good. Rook takes knight, pawn takes knight, queen takes knight with check. This rook is out of play, no need to care about that rook. This rook is an important defender, this queen is just a liability that's tied down. So the issue is where the king runs. The king runs here. Can I redirect the queen? I can't. I really want to make this work somehow. Take here. The king can't run up at all. That's very good actually, because the king is completely boxed, he has to go back. Then I effectively gain a tempo and a pawn. I can even push that. And that's very good. That's very good. So I don't mind sacking there. Take 6 takes here. If king goes here or here. I can push. Takes. So I sack a rook and a rook for a pawn and a knight and a pawn. Takes in that position. What can black play? Trying to get the rook into play. I just check here. It is very tempting. Very tempting. There's also another line where I can go here. I should just take here first and see what happens. But then rook takes. I don't think I want that. Takes. King here is probably best, probably. Oh, but that comes with its own issues as well. Yeah, this is gonna sound very weird, and I hope I'm not throwing. But I think I'm just gonna sack the exchange. Yeah, every move that I mentioned has been played. Very weird. Now, do I play this as I plan? Do I play this as I plan? No, why should I? Why should I? That just removes black's weak pawn. So instead what I should do is play this instead. Target, get closer to the king. Unleash the battery. Keep the weakness alive. So now I sack a rook for a pawn and a knight. Now I'm definitely threatening e5. Because now the pawn is pinned. Second rank is a little bit, 7th rank is a little very juicy right now. Can't wait to see the engine laugh at my exchange site after the game. 7 PM. Okay, 15 minutes left on the clock. We have twice the amount of time. So still good. Putting on good pressure, although I went to the washroom. So that's good to see. So if take 6, that just gives more pressure. Pressure on the king over here. And pushing doesn't help solve that either. You can just take. Or I can even take this pawn over here. Of course, if I take this pawn, then my knight is at expense of getting trapped. But not really, because I always have control over this. In fact, I'll be threatening checkmate. Right. G5, knight takes h5, threatening mate. Is there any way to win the knight? King here. That would be a very ballsy move. But then in that case, I would just check still. Check, king takes check, here, checkmate. So Yeah, I don't think there's a way to win the knight. G5, I can even play knight h5. Knight takes h5. It's very loud. I think it's because it's dinner time. A lot of people are moving about. They go eat or kind of stuff. I think one of the lecture halls just finished having classes, so a lot of people streaming out. It's a bit loud. It's actually one floor away, but it can still be audible up here because it's a very echoey place, as you might hear from the bunch of echo. I didn't bring my condenser mic, so that's why it's so loud. What can black play here? What can black play here? At the very least, I can win this pawn. At the very least. Then I'll be fine already. Like a good knight for black rook. Back when the knight was on b4, so it's like bad rook for a good knight and 2 pawns. So that would definitely be advantageous for me. Especially when you compare like this knight and this rook. I can argue that maybe the queens are both contesting a d file, the rooks are at least contesting relevant files. But this knight is definitely way better than this rook. And it needs lesser moves to get into play, right? I can just return back to d5 and have a superior knight. Okay, as I mentioned, first time, okay, I saw this move to defend the pawn, but it doesn't work. Oh, I can't find, I just found all these arrows, lol. But I didn't care about it, because if you remember, I mentioned right at the very beginning, the real threat is actually e5. e5, e6, e7. So that's the real threat, and this just gives me tempo. Can't be taken because I win the queen. This time it's win the queen. Previously it was just a rook. Now it's a queen. I'll play this move. I can't really push because I'll just take. Oh no, I'll just take the rook one I'm talking about. Now the rook can no longer defend the pawn. Now I can take the pawn even if I want to. I probably won't. I might even just trade queens and put pressure on this rook. I just go all the way. Since my knight is already in a good spot defending it, then I switch over, let my knight guard this square, push, put my rook behind and push. Very comfortable. Oh, it's just giving me free tempi. Cause if block, I can just take. But first, I think I should tag the rook. If rook leaves the file, the rank, I can check and pick up the rook here. Secondly, if he plays rook e7, I might take the pawn instead. Previously I was thinking of pushing e6, e7 because I was expecting rook f8. Then I can push and threaten this, and here I could take, then take, and here stuff like that. But if this is the way we want to play, I might take here instead. Of course I can still push and play here, play like this. That's fine as well. That's also very, very strong. But either way, I think I should just attack the rook first. Give... hi Mary. Give black more chances to make mistakes. And of course, if rook there, then I can just push. How should I win back this pawn? Should I take with pawn or should I take with queen? That depends on where this rook goes. Depending on where the rook goes, I might change. Because depending on where the rook goes, it will be one extra tempo on whether I can queen on either side. There's this trick as well. Okay, so that definitely makes me want to push instead of take. I can also throw this in. Here, I can check. Do I want to throw that in? No, because of this. Alright. And then I take. Then I win a rook there. So that's fine. I want to throw this in. The question is whether or not I want to reroute the knight here before I push. Or do I want to push and let the knight and claim the knight is doing fine here? Because the knight is doing fine there and he can enter quickly. But if I get the knight here, what advantages does it have besides being closer to kiss the king? Not really. So I think I can just push. No, wait. I should take. Because after rook takes, I can check. Check. No matter who blocks, I take. Right. I should take here because if rook takes, I can check. And rook blocks, rook takes with check. So I win a rook. But of course, he doesn't have to take, right? If he doesn't take, what does he do? Here. But then I win a pawn anyway, right? But this is such a strong pawn though, I don't want to give it away. If I push instead, he'll play this. Then I can win the pawn. Then I can win this pawn. This looks much stronger. So it's a potential. It's a potential. If I play here, and black plays the right move, I'll be lesser or well off. But if black takes the pawn, I'll win. Wait, why am I even looking at check here? If takes, I can even just check here and win on the spot. If king here, checkmate. If king goes here, checkmate. Yeah, why am I even looking at winning the rook? It's just checkmate. So it's not checkmate because the rook is here. So if I check here, then he takes. No, but he can't take because if he takes here, then I win the queen, and this is checkmate as well. because my queen is here. Yeah, so it's just made in 2. If I take and he takes, then this is made in 2. If here, then just takes. Yeah, made in 3, sorry. Then if takes, check here, then this is just made. So it's made in 2. It's either made in 2, but I win the worst pawn, so I get a 3 on 1. No, wait. Okay, I got an idea. I have an idea. I'm going to take. Okay, this is going to be throwing, man. Here. I have half an hour. I should spend the time to think. Here, blockade the pawn. Takes. This is pin. And I got pass pawn. I can then play knight here. King. Move. Push the pawn. Let's say king tries to get close. Look behind. Chase the knight away. Promote. That's like I calculate the win already. I already calculated the win. And I still want to go for mate. I want to take this so badly because if takes, and even if this move is played, I can play a very sneaky move. Queen e6, threatening to kill the king. But if wait, maybe this works also. So if this here, queen e6. Let's say if this knight takes, then I still checkmate because of the same thing, right? Because of the same thing, so it's still checkmate. But if take here, and takes with this rook, it's even funnier because does it work? It's even funnier because I can take, check. No, but I still win, right? I still win. Check, takes. Check. No, let's not check. Queen goes here. It's pretty winning. I think I'm winning either way. But this is so clean though. This is so clean. This is like, I already calculated this all the way to the end already. I already win. Lock, straight, this is pin. King gets close. Check, back, push. King gets close. Rook can't go behind. So maybe that's not as good. I don't know, this is bad. I'm trying to justify myself. To go for the fun line. This is bad, but it's true though. If I push, block, trade, this pawn is pinned. King gets closer. Knight chases the rook away, rook goes back. Push. King gets closer. Oh, I have this. Takes. I lose the pawn, but I'm out the pawn. Oh, that's not good. I blundered the pawn away. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take here. If I take here and this here, are there any moves to prevent? I don't think so. I can just take here afterwards anyway. Because I'm trying to kill. So let's say if I take here, and then here, okay, it takes, push, here. Let's say just take the pawn. Okay, can I kill the king? Check, only move. This is pretty deadly, I'd say. Hit the queen. Hit the queen. queen has to go this way. I can check. Yeah, then I get the mating net. Okay, so here's to fingers crossed I'm not throwing again. Actually, why am I thinking so much? If push, you can just push. And this is 2 pass pawns. Bruh. Bruh. And then you can never take the pawn because I always have this. I can even push even further. Bruh. What am I doing? What am I doing? You know the Jackie Chan meme? What face? I'm so flashy though. I mean, this move over here is just a time wasting move. Like this over here, like if b5 queen e6, it's just a time wasting move. I mean, it's not really time wasting, it's pulling here, but this is so much better. I just stop it immediately. Yeah, c5 is so strong. In that case, this is also very winning. The other line, I wasn't very sure. If I push, oh sorry, here. If I push, lock, trade, king gets closer. Oh no, king can't get closer because I just forced the trade. No, I can. The rook can retreat here. Oh, but then I can take, knight here. I can't go back. So king has to go down. Then I can push again. Check. No, but then he can take. Oh wait, the move is dead. Rook a8. Rook a8. Rook a8. First of all, there's this. Where does the queen go? The queen goes here. Oh no, I can do the previous thing. I can play the previous move. Alright? I can just play what I was planning before. It's not mate, but I'll win the queen. And for the same reasons, this can't be played. So if I play here, okay, this, let's see where the queen runs first. The queen can run here, 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 no, yeah. So these are the squares where the queen can go. To go here. So I can hit the rook. Oh, the queen can't go up because I'll take the rook. Oops. So if here, I can play here. Takes, I can always defend. So my queen is guarded, so it's fine. So if the queen goes here, then I win back the exchange. And get a pass pawn. Because the queen can't take this, I win. So the queen can't go here. 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 Here though. Oh, the queen can't go here as well because the knight is blocking it. I think it's better for me to play this move. If this move, then I can play here as well, but it's a bit weaker. This move is stronger. Because if I play here, then if queen goes here, what am I going to do? And I can still play this. Decisions. Now I'll play here. Queen e6. Follow through. I think there's only one move for black here. It's this. King e8. Then they'll release a money check. To force queen trade. Oh. Does it work? If queen here, I can trade. Play knight here. That takes. No. This doesn't work. Here. Wait. Here. No, there's a rook here. What do I do if this happens? I think I just move aside. And then if check. Can just move away. Now we'll be able to do stuff like this. Okay, starting to get into a rapid game. 20 minutes, 10 minutes left on the clock. Still managed to maintain a 2 times time lead. That's good. I can even hide here actually, safer. No, yeah, then I can sack the rook. Needed. So here I step aside, check, hide. Say threaten my rook. I don't think I need to care about it. Just take. Here, take while defending with check, and go for the mating net. If block, I check here. And I can come back if needed. That seems good. Oh, the lights are on. Feeling a bit cold. Then forgot to bring my jacket because I woke up a bit too early today. see what sort of solution pizza will come up with. The annoying thing is I can't go back really. Like, if I go back then force a queen trade on unfavorable terms. I'm not unfavorable, but not very preferable terms. I mean, my long-term initiative is still working out, so that's good. Yeah, I can see a long-term plan even if both sides play optimally. I'll still have a +1 on the queen side at the end of the day. So it's fine. Even if I lose the D pawn. If I can trade everything down into knight versus rook, knight +1 versus rook, I think I'm winning because the kings are so far away. Huh. Interesting. I didn't expect that move at all. Huh. I kind of want to just go back. But if black just goes back, what do I do? I can go here also. Like the pawn. I can also take advantage to play here. I don't know how much benefit that would bring. I'll go back first. If he goes back, I go back. If he goes back, then I'll change. Funny line is here. Then if I go here, I think I can play this. Attack full rooks can't attack with this because I'll take here. Yeah. Takes. Let's just take. Where does the queen go? I think I'm afraid of this. You guys can play here. Takes. Then I can force a queen trick. Not force but I can get a queen trick. Checking. Again, if here, this is fine. Move. Let's take 5. That's here. Take. Takes again. Take. Activate the next one. I can even check. Lots of things to go. But win this at the end. Yeah. Here, takes. There's plenty of stuff to do. You can just take here, you can check here, take there. Then this. It goes here, I go here. Attack both rooks. Take my knight, take this rook. If I win the pawn, I would trade and force a queen trade. I'll win the pawn. Try to force a queen trade at least. If I stay on this diagonal, I can't do anything. Try to infiltrate here. This is checkmate. Yeah, so once again, if here, takes, check. Here, here, if queen tries to avoid the trade, then I get here. Seems winning enough. If I manage to win back the exchange, which makes sense, I'm up 2 pawns. I mean, in that line I would lose a pawn, but if I trade everything, I'm winning because 3 on 2 on the queen side. King's on the rim. I can also pull this off at some opportune moment, maybe. And I also have this, lest I forget. So this is basically to displace the queen. Yeah. So here I was planning either queen c6 or a check. I think we've already established that even with queen trade is good for me, right? So here, king has to move. I can check. Block. Oh, I should check using here instead, because I can really pick up the pawn. I can just pick up the pawn. So if I check, okay, I don't want, I check here. I pick up this pawn. Isn't that good enough? Why do I still want to do this kind of tricky stuff? To trade down obviously, but why? Why do that when I can just not? Yeah, I think that's good enough. I think I'll pick up another pawn. Then I'm definitely winning. Save. Don't need to calculate. Even better if check and let's say it's block, right? Okay, even just push a pawn. Guess I'll be threatening this. So let's say if king here, check, block, push, takes, trying to block, right? Have this winning exchange. Okay, king runs. I don't think that's any better though. Can play here. Pressure these two. Then I guess double up, I can take the pawn. Problem is the queen sort of dominates my knight. The other option is I can go back here, try and spooky some sort of discovery, but it doesn't really do anything. No, it does, because I have double check. Does this do anything? No. No, it doesn't. Yeah, so it's just some spookiness. If I go here, let's say nothing happens. Check. If block, I have this. Here. Check here. No, there's no point to that, I don't think. There's no point to that. So, either play here, trade this pawn for this pawn. Trade 2 pawns actually. I'm down for that. I'm down for that actually. Why not? The queen dominates my knight, but my knight and my pawn chain dominates the queen as well. The only way to defend everything is if queen goes back, but then I can just kick it away. Then I get basically the position that I was mentioning earlier, but I repeated, make sure that black had to play these moves in order to get it. And the king is now here instead. I don't know if that's better or worse, to be honest. Probably worse, to be honest. Just play here. It's probably worse because when it was here, I had more checks. So this is like slightly worse version, I guess, but still pretty similar. Now once I kick the queen, it's overloaded. One of these must fall. Counter-attacking doesn't work either. Because at the end of the day, it's a knight for a rook. In fact, now if this happens, let's say if this happens, like move the queen away, or come here, I can even just take the pawn. I don't even need to trade. I don't even need to take the queen, because in this variation, my queen is no longer protected. So if I fork, it can counter attack, but I can just take the pawn. Just go here. Still guarding the diagonal. Can force a queen trade, I guess. There's a fork here. Can you do it? Attack the pawn. Fix these pawns. I can, in the event of a queen trade, can I reroute this way instead? Block this pawn, attack this pawn. I thought I could just take this. If take here, I can take. Wait, if take here, this isn't an issue because I just win, right? I take here and take this way. This rook is pinned. This rook is pinned. Takes. If take. I'll be queen and 3 pawns versus queen and rook. That's a bit too much even for me. So does that mean I need to trade queens? Takes. And I'm defending it for now. I need to trade queens, so I can't win an extra pawn. It's not so good. In fact, I'll lose a pawn. Takes. takes here. That's this then. Oh, it's starting to get annoying. If I defend the if I take here, takes, check, just trade queens, right? So instead, if I go here first and takes, I go here first, force a queen trade. But I already missed the queen trade once. But then I can defend everything. And that's actually better. Go back, this doesn't work anymore because I can just take. So I go here. Unfortunately, I can't take the pawn. But it's fine. So now I defend my rook. But now I'm not going to lose this pawn anymore. So I choose the not liquidate route. Like this, I can liquidate but I'll lose this pawn. Because the two rooks will be looking at this pawn over here and my knight will be a bit stuck. So I would rather reroute my knight instead. The threat now is now checked. If moved the wrong way, I might have lots of chances again. 3 minutes, now I have 5 times the amount of time. So I'm relying on the time pressure to help me win now, I guess. Although I'm still better, I think. I still think my position is better. It's not copium, guys. It's not copium. I still think my position is better. Forcing a queen trade. If he takes my queen, I'm actually happy. Because my king is more active. I also play this move. I also take. If I take, then my king can't get active so easily. I can defend. I think I'll just defend my pawn for now. Try this. Force the queen away, or really trade them, like at least my king will get in. I don't think I can really spare any rooks to prevent my king from getting in. king knight versus rook when an advanced pawn is winning. As long as I keep my advanced pawn is good. Oh, avoiding the trade. Isn't that dangerous? Here, if here, I can play this. Threaten to push. If I lose this pawn, it's not a big deal. Not at all. Check. Let's calculate. If here or here, I can play this. If here, to try and prevent me from playing this, I can play here. I can play this. No, I can even go here. Now this queen is out of play. Okay, that's very good. Now I can play this. Is there anything to stop me? I can prevent this queen trade, so now he doesn't have the... Now Pizza doesn't have the boss queen trade. Say rook e1, queen a2, check. Has to take. Takes. If this is definitely lights out. This can just go here. Now I have two pieces guarding the pawn as well. Now I feel confidence. I can give away these two pawns, no problem. Chama, chama, da, da, da. Chama, chama. A natural response. If here, then here. Then I can win this pawn. Check is nothing, just hide. If here I can even play this. Funny. But I think I just take the pawn. Take two pawns. Spin passes. Here, avoid all checks. There might be petrol, but I think it should be fine. Worst to worst, I can always trade off the queens, I don't mind. If I can reroute here, that would be amazing. Okay, and now I have 8 times the amount of time. A lot of time pressure over here. That's 45 seconds of increment, but still, 2 minutes is still 2 minutes. Okay, expected. And just take the pawn. Give up pass pawn for 2 pawns. Now I want to trade queens. Two connected passes alone are already very strong. Even more so with a knight. I'm not worried about any mating net ideas because I always have check to trade off the queens. Like if here I just check, here I check, trade queens, then I'm winning. That's good. Then check. Oh. I can keep checking until I get it. So, no issue. Can progressively get closer and closer to check. Okay. Worst case, I always have perpetual. So it's fine. Then calculate, just add pressure, add time pressure. It's 8 o'clock, 8 PM. I mean, there's still 2 hours of the carnival, so it's fine. I need to go to the washroom again, but I want to assert time pressure, so I can't really go. I mean, I can go technically, but no. Check. Right. Hahaha. This was the checkmating idea, but I have this. If here I can just trade off queens. If check and up, can check. If up again, and check. Back down, and check to trade off queens. So if he stays on the dark squares, I can check. Then he has to go to light square. Goes up. Check. Either way, if perpetual, I'm going to do it on my terms. 2 minutes left. Yeah, I'm winning. I have paused a queen trade no matter what. If here, just win here. If down, I check up. Yeah, so that's the same thing. I check, and I can play here. Then I cover this square, so there's no checkmate. No, but there's this though. This check, but then if there I can take, so it's fine. Check. Okay, so this is the moment. If I go here, takes, only move. There is no more checkmate because I can take. If here, check. This is checkmate though. This is checkmate. So that's an issue. Check here. Wrong colored square. My knight was on the wrong colored square. Now my job is to try and triangulate and make black slip up between these three squares. Why is I can't attack this pawn? That's creating some trouble. Miscalculate. I thought if I get my queen here, I can stop the mate. I forgot. I forgot that the mate is delivered not with the queen but with the rook. That was a fatal blunder. Anyhow, it's going to be a draw soon. I think Pizza has found out the way to draw. Yeah. Whatever square I am, put on the opposite side. Like, she's not falling for the triangulation trick. GG! Now, it's time to see the engine laugh at my change side. Huh, -1. Serious? I thought this was better for me. Huh. Engine likes black. What do I know about endgames? What do I know about change sides? Okay, this is not relevant. I just played this because I wanted to. Yeah, this was dubious. I know from the hand. Yeah. Engine will want to play the moves I mentioned. But... oh, I was winning a lot. Yeah. Threw it away. Anyway, after a while, I managed to get some space advantage. So here was very comfortable. Okay, nice to see that Bishop knight c6 is correct. e6, e5, queen d2. Oh, yeah, the classic plan. Just stop. I was thinking e5. Okay, it's still better. Yeah, this is according to plan. All according to plan. Magnificent. Okay. Yeah, this is the same plan. I just wanted to get to the dark squares this way instead. Make it a bit more trickier. This was definitely better. F4 immediately. I was thinking double up the only F4. I know F4 is good. Oh, actually, sec here. Is it because I have F4? Here is better. But I double up first, so that was a mistake. Okay, but exchange stack is still good. Okay. Taking it's the knight. Oh, taking the rook. Why take the rook? I take the rook. I don't really understand why I take the rook. Okay, take the queen. Okay, this was correct. Okay, good. Yeah, I knew this was winning. e5, correct. f7. Oh, so okay, queen d5 is inaccurate. Yeah, I was wondering if I don't want to play e6 or... Okay, but this was inaccurate, I see. So after defending... pushing, both are better, but this is still definitely winning. Okay, this was repeat. Then played this. Okay, this is still correct. So still correct. I thought this had no good discoveries. What's the point of this move? Let's say you go here. What's the threat? Here, because you go back and you get a royal fork. It's so obvious once I see it. So obvious once I see it. But I didn't play that. I played this one instead. And there's a move to actually hold the thing back, but this is still very good for me. So still good. Oh, this was a blunder. I retreated because this gave an opportunity to rest, but this is good. Okay, correct. Okay, this idea was correct. So because of this whole queen e2 thing, I see. Oh, what the heck? Shoot, I forgot. Check here. I'm not checking here. I can't trick queen. Okay, luckily it wasn't found out. Okay, my endgame was terrible, so I guess I deserve to draw. This conversion was completely wrong. I had the wrong idea. Yeah, I even recognized that two pieces were defending. I didn't think I'd be routing. Take here. The idea, let's say double up, right? So just take here. Then I can take and I infiltrate. Then I play this. Then I got a mating net. I see. So this completely blew the game up. Okay, I thought this was the cleanest way to convert. And what about some of the other lines? Where was it? Instead of taking, I was thinking of also maybe pushing or playing here. What did I play here? So pushing was also better. I was thinking if you block, then I could take. And then if trade, then this is very good for me because I hold this pin. And then if the king gets closer, I can go here, goes back. But then I don't push immediately. I exploit the pin first. Exploit the pin first. Okay, lesson learned. Lesson learned. You see the win, you go for the win. So here this same idea is stronger. This same idea is stronger. Because now there's no check. Yeah, because the rook wasn't here. So now this is a lot stronger. If this move, I can take the rook instead. Oh wow. Blunders were made. Blunders were made. Oh, 5 blunders, 4 blunders. I made more blunders. But I somehow a draw. But then again, I blundered my 9 plus 9 advantage, so that's why. Then I got minus 11. Oh damn. Okay, I guess that's all for today. I'm going to go to the carnival, get some rest, get ready for tomorrow's meetings and reports. Thank you for watching. I really want to try and stream more, but living in a house without my own office is a bit tough. So streaming has been a bit weird, but if I do stream, it will probably be on Wednesday and Thursdays. Yeah. A lot of people came to watch. Mary, Pizza, Olaf, Kana came at some point as well. Thanks for watching. See you guys, and girls, and everyone else in between in the next week's one. Or maybe I'll make a recap of my tournament on Sunday. Yeah, we'll see how bad that goes. Alright, choose. Bye.